Hello, welcome. My name's Sonia Czernik, and this is number 8 in the series of the 5D success model. And the 5D personality test is part of that success model. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I would highly recommend that you do, as this will make a lot more sense in terms of where it fits in the picture. Because we're talking about mindsets, and it's your mindset, and predominant and secondary mindsets have been covered in previous videos, but we're dealing today with the soldier mindset. We've dealt already with the servant mindset, and we've dealt with the searcher-seeker mindset. So today, the soldier mindset can be depicted if we're looking at the a soldier in the shadow operating on the dark side. We can be depicted with a criminal, and I like this cartoon. It depicts two criminals on either side of the table. And the caption reads, "For the last time, nobody gets whacked. It's a win-win contract." And the guy in the middle, trying to be a brave soldier. The other two, with the criminal minds, are most definitely soldiers in the shadow. So let's have a look at some of the traits. And one of them is that the soldiers are responsible. They never shirk their responsibility. In other words, they're response-able. They're able to respond as opposed to reacting or overreacting. And what that means is they just get on and do whatever it takes. They just do it. Another quality or trait is that they seem to have this protective shield around them. This shield has a number of uses. One thing is that it avoids them becoming vulnerable, being seen as vulnerable or weak or unable to cope or incapable. And it deflects, in addition, it deflects that guard which is rarely let down. It deflects things that they want to deflect, other people's remarks, comments, and things that are going on in their environment. The soldier is also independent. They find it very difficult to ask for help, so they prefer to rely on their own inner resources. Another trait is that they have this winner mindset. They strive to prove to themselves and to loved ones in the outside world in general that they are just as resourceful, just as successful, or even more so than others. So in life, they do view, particularly the soldier in the shadow, views that there are winners and there are losers, and they are determined to be the winner. Another trait is the fighter aspect, seeing life as a battle which needs to be fought and won. So fighting for whatever they've got in their life, defending and protecting. And this can mean defending a point of view, and therefore they could get into arguments and conflicts in that way, defending their woman, defending an idea that they have at work, defending and protecting, which can get them into conflicts if we're talking about the soldier to the extreme. So this is a summary. Responsible, seem to have a protective shield, they're independent, they have this winning mindset and view life as a battle which they must fight and defend and protect. Looking at where the soldier has come from, there have been two choices, notably the servant and the soldier direction when coming from the sufferer mindset. So this is a choice that's made on a subconscious level, and this is an emerging of the soldier, seeing others who appear to be winning the game of life, who appear to be better off than them, others that appear more successful, have greater health, or have more of something that they're after. So they say to themselves, I want some of that, and that's how they get themselves out of the sufferer mindset. So, but traditionally and typically, men have been seen as, the soldier's been seen as a man doing battle with life, and that's reinforced with expressions such as big boys don't cry and keep a stiff upper lip. And in that respect, they just soldier on with that strength regardless. And whilst there has been an upturn in less than 100 years, we've seen more and more women in the workplace, in some countries more so than men, and women taking a more assertive and sometimes aggressive role. That can often be to a man's detriment, particularly if the man cannot handle the tough, hard-nosed, no-nonsense woman. And when taken to extreme, when the woman is trying to outdo the men, it can lead to an increase, which it has done, an increase in male impotence. So we're going to look at the soldier in the shadow. This is the dark side of the soldier. And again, these are the people that just soldier on regardless of other people's opinions or feelings. And as such, they can trample over others, walking over them like a doormat, disregarding their opinions and their feelings. This is again the extreme end. There's always a spectrum with all of the mindsets, and the personality test, the 5D personality test, allows you to see where you are in the spectrum and your ease of flipping from one mindset to another, which is really the key. The key to all this is greater self-awareness, and when a particular mindset is no longer suiting you, getting you the right result, or getting the results that you want, then you can switch. So we're now talking about the opposite of that, which is the soldier in the light. Other people may have referred to it in the past as the peaceful warrior or the compassionate samurai. And they get to that point by asking themselves questions such as, what's more important? Being right at the expense of another, making another person feel bad or wronged or revengeful, making them feel unpleasant in the process, or seeing if I can organize it so that the other person benefits as well, so that there's a win-win mentality. And that is the mentality of the compassionate samurai, or, as I've mentioned, the sympathetic soldier, who arrives at that win-win model through a greater understanding, using their intuition. So the compassionate samurai in the light is all about greater awareness and using an intuition to improve their understanding of the other person's point of view. They ask themselves those sort of questions, whether it's right, whether they need to be in charge or in control all the time, fighting for their beliefs. Is that what they want to do at someone else's expense? Fighting for what they believe to be scarce. Is that really what it's about? No. So we're moving away from that to sympathetic soldier who operates from the win-win aspect, has that model as part of their mindset. And in doing so, they set an example to others, and of course this ripple effect that takes over within communities and then on a larger scale. And as it does that, with that ripple effect, as more and more people in communities and so on and so forth have this mindset of win-win, then obviously the whole world is going to be a better place, and that will lead to an end in war and conflict. So that's where we're heading, the golden age. Go to the 5D personality test.com for your free personality test. Look forward to catching up with you in the next video.